Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Dogboat333, and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as Ukraine. I'm not sure if my stream is picking up audio. I don't think it is, which is very annoying, I realize. Yeah, I don't think it is. Yeah, hello? I don't... Okay, now my stream is deciding to pick up audio. From my end. I think it was picking up on others' end, but my audio on the stream was not recording, which is annoying to know that now. Granted, no one was in stream, or at least I don't think anyone was in stream. But yeah, sorry. I'm getting sidetracked a little bit. Today's a very sidetracked day for me. Heck of a first day for me to come back on, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, last video we started working on industrialization even more, and the League of Ukrainian Nationalists is rising up even more. Which is a little sketchy, but what are you gonna do? Canada's making their way... into America. They're doing decently well, actually. I was a little unsure how it was going to go, because I've seen Canadian intervention in the American Civil War go fucking horrible before, but it seems they're managing thus far. I think I'll up... that's going to take a while. Actually, I'm not sure if that'll help us immediately compared to other stuff. But granted, we're already ahead on a good amount of these things. So I could get working on synthetic oil experiments now. And I think that'll help us with our focus. Same one we've been getting. That is a recurring event. I thought it was, but I wasn't entirely sure. Central American Republic. Is that the democratic one? That's the authoritarian one. That was the very potentially authoritarian one. Ooh, yeah. The monarchist coalition in Polska. Republicans in Greece. Instability over there. Autocracy in Greece now, interestingly enough. Now the hour approaches. I'm going to autocomplete this because we're halfway through and then we had to cancel it. So I'm going to get some of my time back. And then I think it's a good idea to get working on the Army Reform Committee. The old army headman was corrupt and inefficient. Instead of a military dictator, the commander-in-chief will be the government-appointed supreme Ottoman as regional representatives. In this way, army leadership is in the hands of professional soldiers, yet under civilian control, as it should be in any modern state. We're going to get some new decisions, I'm guessing. We got that one. Over there. We have the threat from the east. The Russian Empire has never truly accepted an independent Ukraine. The goal of Ukrainian armed forces, now and always, will be keeping the Russian threat at bay. So this is all once the war starts. Which should hopefully be okay. We could get working on tanks and stuff. I don't think this is going to be a really tank-heavy well, it could be. I'll hold off on that for now. I think I'll stick with the old reliable 20 wits, and if those start failing me, then I'll feel sad, but I'll manage, I think. Then again, what do we research at this point? Work on some more Air Force stuff. That could work. What do we want to get working on next? There's like more aircraft we could work on, but probably refrain on that for now. Same with tanks, really. I'll work on some anti-air as well. Ooh, we got some artillery. That is very nice. Very happy to see that. Once we get some more anti-air, I think I might add that to our units. I think that would be potentially very useful. Some support anti-air. But we're building up our guys. These are 20 wits. Yep, combat width of 20. And then still too early to get working on that. Could do fuel refining, but what is... fuel refining wouldn't hurt, actually. Probably not, at least. And then we got that conflict going on there. Ooh! That would be rough if that wasn't what we were going for. In the country, large numbers of peasants have turned to radical ideologies. Syndicalists and extreme nationalist sympathizers have appealed to many of these peasants, arguing that the government has been held hostage by groups of landowners and does not truly represent the people. We must improve our land reform efforts if we're to have a stable base of political support. Unfortunate. Oh, we could go working on this next. We might want to get working on that while we can, because that's going to be very nice. This past week, famed Russian writer and playwright Mikhail Bulgakov paid a visit to his place of birth, Kyiv. Bulgakov has reportedly visited our capital to see how the landscape has changed ever since he moved to Moscow after the Great War had ended. He greeted new associates and former comrades at Kiev University, and if there was nothing else to note of his vacation, that would have been the end of it. I'm good, Geisterfahrer? Is that how you say it? I don't know. How are you? I'm alright, personally. So he greets new associates. Oh, there we go. Although his works are quite popular across Ukraine, they have stirred up controversy in parts of Ukraine. It's German. Geisterfahrer, then. Yeah? Something like that? Especially in the West. One of his plays, The Days of the Turbans, tells the story of a Russian family, the Turbans, in Kiev living through the Ukrainian War of Independence as opposing forces on all sides struggle to take control of the city. Though the play chiefly concerns the difficulty of living in a war-torn city, it also is a commentary on Ukrainian nationalism. The Turbans are ethnic Russians, monarchists, and adherents of the old order. Bulgakov's writing is quite sympathetic to the family. Pavlo Skoropadsky, though he returns stability to the city, is portrayed negatively for his role in securing Ukrainian independence. Well, thanks for asking. It's actually pretty well pronounced. I'll take that. I've been doing Duolingo German for about 670 days, so I was hoping I at least got something out of it. Bulgakov's views on the Tsar's era and Ukrainian statehood have by no means remained a secret. During his visit to Kyiv, he wrote that although he has respect for this new Ukrainian state and its accomplishments, He wishes that the little Russian people would choose to live in unity with their great Russian brothers once again. Those views not uncommon among Moscow's political elites, his endorsement of it has put one question forth. If Russia ever decides to strike at Ukraine's independence, who among the Russians would oppose it? He can't cope with the times moving forward. Question I'm looking for people to play with. Would you be down to play? Potentially. I'm not opposed. I'm going to be busy-ish in the coming days, but potentially. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not opposed to that. I'm not. Sport equipment, excellent. Look at that. Okay, what do we got? In the past 5 minutes, has been the supreme commander of the army. However, in practice, one man, regardless of their personal brilliance, cannot manage both the nation and the army. To separate these duties, a position of a supreme Ottoman has been created. While the hetman will remain commander-in-chief, the practical duties of this role will be delegated to hetman-appointed supreme Ottoman, who will act as the commander of the military as a whole, with chiefs of army, navy, and air force as subordinates. We'll do Yevhen Konovalets. The name seems kind of familiar, so I'm hoping he's friendly to us. Already has some better shit than our other guy. Already. So I like him more. Let's do Charismatic. Sounds good. I'll write my Discord name. If you want, you can write me. I will do that. Yeah, I'll let you know, my friend. Thanks for asking. Logistics Wizard. Yeah, I think those are the 2 better ones to go for at this point in time. Okay, let's do Gears of Industry while we can. With large support from Protofis, Ukraine's industrial might could soar. It will take in part Ukraine's transition from agrarian economy to a nation of true industrial prowess. Wait, what? Gears of Industry. Did it drop down temporarily and that's what happened? I think it is what happened. Okay. Let's do that next. We'll do a research slot. Do support companies. Maintenance company or field hospitals? We'll try field hospitals, I suppose. Back to building stuff over there. I'm gonna build up some infrastructure over here. Then we can get some more industry going there. Free military factories. Let's get our artillery going. And on we go. While work on the resorts in Sevastopol well underway, the planning committee in charge of overseeing the works recently began debate on a rather interesting idea: the establishment of a Zeppelin Station as part of a resort's new infrastructure. Zeppelin is perhaps one of history's more unique methods of transportation. During the interwar period, commercial Zeppelin usage underwent something of a golden age. With Sevastopol being transformed into a model resort city, it seems an interesting idea to construct a state-of-the-art Zeppelin station to ferry in even more passengers and ease the burden on the rail lines. However, naysayers among the committee see it as a costly vanity project instead of urge the money to be used on improving the city's public transport networks. Let's do public transport instead. Those Zeppelins are fun. Kasab. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Is this Kasab over here? That is Kasab. Okay, Persia. I'm sorry, Iran. I see you. Did not mean to dead name the Republic of Iran there. My apologies. You're in Federation to join the Third International. Alright. Huh. We have a land reform score of -2. Jesus. Interesting. Hold on. I'm getting more resources. Alright, here we are. Since the Proclamation of Independence, there has been a strong push aimed at the restoration of our cultural distinctiveness, meant to cast away the legacy of russification and cultural suppression. As part of this push, suggestions have been to change certain toponyms, the most prominent among them being proposed to rename Ekaterinoslav to Sicheslav to commemorate the famous Zaporizhian Sich, were seriously discussed. Not much has come from these discussions, however, since the prospect of bureaucratic hurdles, opposition from more conservatively minded circles, and the general inertia of the Hetman administration has ensured that this question will always be left for more appropriate times. It seems that the current times are more than appropriate. After all the trials that Ukraine has endured recently, it makes perfect sense to make this symbolic gesture and again reaffirm our distinct cultural and historical identity. Well, perhaps we could do more. Alright, there we go. I think I was here and here. Nothing we can really do there, although we could get the better engines. The gears of industry have been turning. Wonderful, wonderful. National focuses. Let's get working on... We don't really need that too much. Actually, hold on. We might want to do tanks. Hold on. In the shadow of the mighty wings, that'll give us land action cost reduction. That'll be good. Then we can request heavy armaments, get medium tanks. Yeah, let's do that while we can. Germany is undoubtedly the most advanced military might in the world. We are fortunate to be under their protection and guidance in military matters. I love Germany. I love Germany right now. Italian Civil War resumes. This is a great game for Vicindes. If I was going for the Syndicalist path, I'd be very happy. I'm doing the Nat Pop path, so I don't know if I should be unhappy. But... yeah. Descending from Greek settlers who established a colony in Berezan Island in the 7th century BC, the small Greek minority in Ukraine has existed now for centuries. They've gathered some attention in the suburbs of Mariupol, with a number of Greek speakers, in fact outnumbers the number of Russian speakers, and where Greek minority is most prominent. Few Greeks were fluent in their mother tongue up until recently. Most Greeks attended Russian schools, with only small attending Ukrainian ones. But a decade ago, as Ukrainian language and cultural institutions were beginning to be promoted, a Greek language pedagogical school, an agricultural school, were opened in Mariupol. Coinciding with the Greek government's ongoing land reform program, the agricultural school has been greatly expanded. As for the pedagogical school, included are the readings from perhaps the most famous Ukrainian Greek writer of his time, Yorgos Kostoprov. Kostoprov's works, mostly written in Mariupol Greek, include translations of famous Russian and Ukrainian writers like Alexander Pushkin and Taras Shevchenko. The school has allowed the Greeks of Mariupol to become familiar with the native Ukrainian Russian cultures while not forgetting their own. This is all really interesting, huh? The Greek diaspora, unconfined in space and time. Go figure. Ooh. This evening, the streets of Andriivsky's descent in Kiev ran a buzz with debate. Copies of the newspaper Vidrozhenia were distributed, covering one of the most sudden shocking deaths of the year, Simon Petliura. Details remain scarce, but it's clear that sometime around this afternoon, Petliura was shot 5 times near Boulevard Saint-Michel in Paris. Several theories have emerged speculating the perpetrator. A popular one is that the agents of the RED sought to remove Petliura on the sideline of the Social Democratic faction of the UNR. Early this morning, the head of the OVDV informed Skoropadsky that the operation, spearheaded by an Ableitung Dreibe agent, to take out Petliura and put a nail in the coffin of the Republican leadership, has been successful. The traitor was dead. The public discourse suspecting French or British involvement has especially worked to the government's favor. Though the hetman was relieved, he afterwards expressed reservations, stating that the most significant front of Ukrainian freedom has clearly become that of Russia, and they must not be concern themselves with relevant organizations by relevant people. In Paris, the news of Petliura's assassination has been met with shock and denunciation by the National Rada, accusing the hetman's government of murder. It's also been somewhat of a boon for the international supporters of the UNR, who now see a much more favorable man to their interest as the organization's leader, Alexander Shumsky. Some have accused Shumsky of being a puppet of the International and subverting the Council's more moderate members, with some even accusing the International of Petliura's member. But without the prestige and presence that Petliura previously commanded, it seems unlikely that this will change much. So we can't kill him here, but we can kill him over there. Go figure. Let's do dockyards next. And then let's get working on new mining projects. There we go. Let's actually click the new mining projects button. Ooh. That's all the time we have for today, my friends. At least for the video. So thanks as always for watching. Like, dislike if you didn't. Leave comments, feedback down in the comment section below. The sub button for uploads weekdays as well as occasional Saturdays. And yeah, that's all I got for now, friends. I thank you all for watching. My name is Mr. Dogbot333, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye now.